behind your door handle here, you're going to use a pick, pop off this little cover. That is going to expose 2 Phillips head screws. Let's go ahead and remove those. Right here, there's a little rubber bump stop. There's a Phillips head screw right in the center. I'm going to go ahead and remove this. Now our screw is spinning inside here. We can't get this off, so we're going to go ahead and pop off our little rubber grommet here. And this just pops off. That's going to expose our full Phillips head screw here. So simply what I'm doing is I'm using a pair of cutters here that has the dished or concave here, gently pulling in, and as I unscrew, you can close the handle of the cutters here, allowing us to pull this out. So we're going to pull open this little portion here, and right underneath your armrest, underneath the window switch, there is a hole. Go ahead and put your Phillips head screwdriver in there. Let's go ahead and remove this screw. Right. Again, pop off our door panel. Once all of your trim buttons are off, go ahead and pull up on the panel. I'm going to go ahead and release the door cable right here. There's a plastic retainer clip. You can use a pick or a small pry tool to go ahead and undo this little clip right here. And be careful because that is a brittle plastic. And then you can release the cable end. Up here you have your window connectors and other electronic components. And pressing the tabs and release these. You have this connector right here. And we have our other connectors down below. There's a little tab right here. You want to press down on that, that'll release that connector. And then we have this connector right here. Same thing, a little lock tab right there. Go ahead and remove your door panel. Go ahead and remove these rubber plugs. We're going to use the aid of a blade, razor, or something you can get in here and gently work this away. This will take you a little bit of time to do. Just have patience. You want to do this all the way around the perimeter and remove this whole shield. We're going to be reusing this water shield afterwards. So just place it in a safe place once you're done removing this. I'm going to take our door panel, we're going to reconnect our connector. We're going to turn our key to the on position. And what we want to do is we want to go ahead and raise our window so that the clamps that are securing the glass to the regulator are visible through these two holes here. Right here we have our bolts visible now. So you can go ahead and disconnect our components here, but first we're going to turn our key back and go ahead and remove these connectors again. Right behind this section right here, there is the electric motor. These bolts hold the motor to the door shell itself. This cord right here goes to the connector on the back side. So on the back side, you're going to find a little tab on there. You'll be able to press in, wiggle it, and remove your connector. Next, let's loosen these two here. I'm going to come up here. We're going to remove this silver bolt, loosen this one. We're going to loosen these two bolts right here and remove these two lower bolts down below. Now you want to be careful when you loosen these two bolts, the glass will now be loose from the regulator itself. You want to be careful that this doesn't drop down inside the door and break. So you can support the glass on the edge here. Loosen that. Your glass should be loose. It's definitely loose. Let's go ahead and finish removing these bolts. At this point here, you can go ahead and tape the glass onto the door or use your suction cups to support that glass. So we'll go ahead and put our suction cup on here. And this here will hold our glass in place. I'm going to go ahead and pop this connector off right here. And now our regulator will be loose. I'm going to slide this over, work that bolt out. And over here, grab our motor. We actually have one last bolt right here to remove. Take the motor out. Let's go ahead and remove the regulator. I want to swap over a couple of these bolts here. Let's get these started a few threads. Then on our track, we have the upper right bolt. Go ahead and get that started. Let's go ahead and feed our regulator back into the door here. Line up our regulator. Go ahead and get our power window bolts lined up here. Get our third bolt for our motor installed here. At this point, we'll go ahead and tighten down our regulator. Go ahead and tighten down our motor here. Over here, we're going to go ahead and connect our window motor. Snap that into place. We're going to go ahead and put our key in the ignition, turn it to the on position. At this point here, we need to reconnect our window switch here. What we want to do is line up our regulator so we can get our bolts right in through here. And then we're going to lower our glass down, line that up, and then install our bolts. Once again, go ahead and disconnect your switches from your door panel and set that aside. Let's go ahead and remove our glass supports here. I'm going to slowly lower the glass down. Once we get our bolts started, let's go ahead and secure those into place. With the key in the on position, connect your window switch units here. Raise our glass all the way up in the fully upright position. Go ahead and remove your switch harness and set the door panel aside. Let's go ahead and take our connector here. Press it in. It should lock right into place. Let's go ahead and take your water shield. I'm going to line this up and install one of our plastic buttons here. As you bring the water shield across, you want to go ahead and feed your cables, connectors, all that stuff through the corresponding holes. And line up our water shield over here. This little retainer button, and get this one popped in. Now if your factory water shield still has the adhesive on there, that'll stick, that's great. We ended up having to cut ours off. So simply what we're going to do is cut off some strips of tape. Run this around where it needs to go. And just put some tape on there. Continue this around the perimeter of the door. And go ahead and connect our cable for the door actuator unit, or your handle. Once we get that popped into place, snap the little lock onto the cable. Let's go ahead and lift our door and get our lock rod set on. Lower the panel down onto the sill. Once that's down into place, we'll just work our way around the perimeter and we'll get our snap locks pressed in. Going to install our screw here with the grommet. All right. I'm going to go ahead and tighten up the screw underneath our armrest here. Okay, snug that down. Just going to install our upper screws here into the upper door panel. Let's go ahead and install our little trim button here, our trim cap.